Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our second chapter revision work of English language, and the name of the second chapter of our English language is the noun. Noun means naming words. Let's see what is defined about noun in your books. Words which are used as the names of peoples, places, animals, and things are called nouns. Over here, name of place, animal, thing, or people are termed as noun. A noun is also called a naming word. As I told you beforehand only, naming words are also called nouns. Take for example, Ashoka was a great king. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Ashoka name, Eiffel Tower name, Paris name. These all suggest nouns. Okay. Now see, come to the next topic or heading, kinds of nouns. Noun is divided into 5 kinds or types. Number 1, proper. Number 2, common. 3rd, collective. 4th, abstract. And the 5th, material noun. Let's explain it one by one. Number 1, proper noun. Let's see the definition given according to your book. A noun which names a particular person, place, or thing is called a proper noun. Means when we particularly name something, that is called proper noun. Take for example, Akbar, Indira, Gandhi, Patna, Jaipur, the Times of India. All these are particular names, so these all are proper nouns. Proper nouns includes the names of person, countries, cities, towns, months of the years, days, and etc. These are footnote given below. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Means it always starts with a capital letter. Let's see the second kind of a noun, common noun. A common noun that gives a common name to person, places, or things of same kind is called common noun. Means the name should be given in a common, means in a collective order. Take for example, man, boy, river, mountain, and so on. These all are termed as common nouns. Let's go for the third type, the collective or group wise. A collective noun is the name of a collection of persons or things taken together and spoken of as one whole. Means collectively spoken as a single. Take for example, a class, army, team, bunch, fleet, and so on. A group of students is called a class, group of soldiers, army, group of players, teams, and etc. Let's see point number 4, abstract noun. An abstract noun is the name of some state of being, quality, feeling, or of an idea that we can only think or feel, but we cannot touch it. Means these all are emotions which we can feel, but we can't touch it. Take for example, height, honesty, beauty, love, etc. And 5th and the last one, material noun. A material noun is a word for a material or substance from which other objects are made. Means by which we can make other objects. Take for example, wood, wool, and so on. Now let's see the next heading, that is countable and uncountable nouns. Which we can count. Those fall under the category of countable, and which we cannot count, they fall in the category of uncountable nouns. Take for example, countable nouns are the names of objects, people, etc. that we can count, like book, pen, apple, boy, etc. And uncountable nouns are those nouns we cannot count, like milk, sugar, oil, etc. The articles a and an can be used with countable nouns in a singular form. Let's see what footnote is given about countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be preceded by words or phrases like a few, many, several, two, or three in a plural form. About uncountable nouns, it can be preceded by some, such, little, less, and so on. Let's see further what's given in your book. Some nouns are used both as countable and uncountable nouns, like Abha has grey hair. It's uncountable in nature. There is a hair in my soup. Countable in nature. Over here, we complete this chapter of noun. We'll proceed further in our next class. Till then, thank you.